This book was written almost 100 years ago, yet it explains money better than most finance gurus today. If you struggle with saving, investing, or keeping money, The Richest Man in Babylon might change how you see money forever. So let me walk you through the ideas, the same way I'd explain them if we were sitting across from each other. Pay yourself first. One of the first lessons in the book is something called pay yourself first. Now, when people hear that, they often think it sounds unrealistic. They say, how do I save when everything is already expensive? But think about it this way. Imagine you have a bucket and there's a small hole at the bottom. Every time you pour water into it, some leaks out. That's what happens when you wait to save after spending. Paying yourself first simply means that before rent, before food, before subscriptions, you take a small portion of what you earn and set it aside. Not because you're rich, but because you want to become financially stable. It doesn't have to be a big amount. What matters is the habit. The book's point is that money respects structure. If you don't tell it where to go, it will leave. Control your expenses. The next idea is about controlling expenses, and this is where most people misunderstand budgeting. Budgeting is not about suffering or depriving yourself, it's about clarity. The book says not to confuse what you need with what you want. In modern life, this is difficult because everything feels necessary. A newer phone feels necessary, eating out feels necessary, multiple subscriptions feel necessary. But if you step back and look honestly, you'll realize that many of these are choices, not obligations. Here's an analogy. If your income is like a river, your expenses are channels branching off from it. If you open too many channels, the river dries up. The goal isn't to stop living, it's to make sure your money flows in a direction that benefits you long term. Make your money work. Another major idea in the book is that money should work for you. If all your money does is sit in a checking account, then over time, inflation quietly reduces what it can buy. It's not dramatic, it happens slowly. Think of it like leaving fruit on the kitchen counter. It doesn't spoil instantly, but day by day, it loses freshness. Making money work means finding ways for it to grow, whether that's investing, owning assets, or building something that produces income. The book isn't telling you to gamble, it's saying money should not be idle. Idle money loses strength. Protect your wealth. This part of the book feels especially relevant today. It warns against trusting money to people or systems you don't understand. In modern terms, this means being careful with hype, trends, and promises of guaranteed returns. We live in a time where information spreads fast, and so do bad ideas. If someone tells you there's no risk, that should immediately raise a question in your mind. Real wealth is built cautiously. It grows quietly. Protection is not fear, it's wisdom. Invest in yourself. The book also talks about increasing your ability to earn. This is one of those ideas that people agree with but rarely act on. Learning a new skill, improving your knowledge, or understanding how money works doesn't give instant results, but over time, it changes everything. Think of it like upgrading your tools. You can work harder with old tools, or you can work smarter with better ones. Your earning ability is one of the few assets that inflation cannot easily take away. Think long term. Another subtle lesson in the book is patience. We live in a culture that wants fast results. The book reminds us that wealth is built slowly and intentionally. Just like you wouldn't expect a tree to grow overnight, you shouldn't expect financial stability to happen instantly. Consistency matters more than speed. Does this still work with inflation? Now, this is important. Some people say these ideas worked back then, but things are different now. And in some ways, that's true. Inflation means that simply saving cash is no longer enough. Money loses purchasing power over time. But here's the key thing to understand. Inflation does not cancel discipline. It punishes stagnation. The principles in the book still work, but the way you apply them must adapt. Saving must be combined with investing. Spending must be intentional. Learning must be continuous. The foundation remains the same. What makes The Richest Man in Babylon powerful isn't that it teaches secret strategies, it teaches responsibility. And responsibility, applied consistently, builds wealth in any era. If you understand these ideas and slowly apply them, your relationship with money will change, not overnight, but permanently. If this explanation made sense to you, let me know by liking the video or leaving a comment. And if you'd like more calm, practical breakdowns like this, subscribe and stay with me.